Hello students, I welcome every one of you for this online class. I am Dr. Sherin, working as Assistant Professor in Government College of Engineering, Tirunelveli. The topic I am going to teach today is plane progressive waves, and this comes under the types of wave motion. First of all, we shall see about what is a wave or a wave motion. It is a disturbance of some kind which moves from one place to another by means of a medium, such that the medium itself is not transported. And this disturbance it transmits both energy and momentum to distant regions with a velocity that depends upon the characteristics of the medium. There are two types of waves or wave motion. The first type is called as transverse wave, and the second one is the longitudinal wave. We shall see them one by one. The first is the longitudinal wave. These are the waves that propagate in the direction parallel to the direction of vibration of the particles, and the waves they propagate as compressions as well as rarefactions, and usually the sound waves are called as longitudinal waves. Next we shall see about transverse waves. These are the waves that propagate in a direction perpendicular to the direction of vibration of the particles. The waves they propagate in the form of crest and trough. The example is the vibration of a light, string, water, etc. And a progressive wave, it comes under the vibrational motion of the body, which is transmitted continuously to the same direction from one particle to another to the successive particle of the medium and travel forward through the direct medium due to its elastic property. So, the progressive type of wave, it moves along the forward direction, and it also possesses a transverse nature, or otherwise we can explain like this: it has a positive maximum as well as a negative maximum. Usually the transverse wave has the crest and the trough. This is the form of a sine wave, or it is called as sinusoidal wave, and this is the best example for a progressive wave, and we are going to call this wave as plane progressive wave, since this produces a plane wavefront at the asymptotic region. So it is a plane progressive wave. It is a wave that originates from the point source and propagate through an isotropic medium with the equal velocity in all the direction. At any instant, this plane progressive wave, it produces a wavefront that will be spherical in nature. If the sphere of every large radius is considered, spherical wave will approximate to a plane surface, and the waves are called as plane progressive waves, and this produces a plane wavefront at the asymptotic or at a faraway region, but they originate from only a point source. Okay, now we are going to derive the equation of plane progressive wave. First of all, we have already seen that what is a plane progressive wave. It represents a wave that moves from one medium to another medium along the forward direction. Here I have taken a sinusoidal wave that moves from left to right. Let y be the displacement and t to be the time taken for propagation of the wave. This sine wave, it possesses a maximum amplitude A. And now we can write as displacement equation for a particle present at the origin O. But we are interested only in finding out the displacement equation for another particle present at the position P with the distance of x from O. Now, initially, we have taken this lambda to be the wavelength of the wave. For this wavelength lambda, the phase difference equal to 2 pi. Now we can write down the displacement equation, or y equal to a sine omega t is taken to be the displacement equation of a particle present at the position O. Now, using this value, we can rewrite the displacement equation for a particle, another particle present at the position P. It has a phase difference of pi. So y is equal to a sine omega t minus phi is taken to be the displacement of another particle present at the position P. This is going to be our second equation. In this equation, we have taken the negative sign because the phase of point P lags behind O by the angle phi. The point O comes first and the point P comes later. This results in the phase of P to lag behind O. For the wavelength lambda of the wave, the phase difference is totally equal to 2 pi. That is a formula that relates the path difference with the phase difference. Phase difference equal to 2 pi by lambda into path difference. This is the actual formula. That is for lambda length of the wave, phase difference is equal to 2 pi. So for unit length, what is the phase difference? 2 pi over lambda. So for x length of the wave, what is the phase difference? Phi is equal to 2 pi over lambda into x. This is going to be our phase difference. Now, when we key in this phi value in the second equation, we can write this equation as y equal to a sine omega t minus 2 pi over lambda into x. This is going to be our third equation. See here, y equal to a sine omega t minus 2 pi over lambda into x is going to be our third equation. Now, 2 pi over lambda is called as wave number, which is simply a constant value, and we are going to take this as k. Hence, this equation or this fourth equation, it represents one form of the equation of progressive wave. The equation of progressive wave can be represented in different forms, or it can be modified in terms of other physical parameters. It is what we are going to do now. Now I am going to take this omega to be equal to 2 pi over t. Now when we key in this omega value in the fourth equation, we will get y is equal to a sine 2 pi over t minus 2 pi by lambda into x. Now this 2 pi is common in this equation. So we are going to write like this: a sine 2 pi into t over t minus x by lambda. So that equation is also another form of progressive wave. Now in terms of frequency, f omega can be written as, when we relate these two expressions, we can rewrite this omega as 2 pi v by lambda. Now when we key in this value in the above equation, we will get y equal to a sine 2 pi v into t by lambda minus 2 pi x by lambda. Here we have 2 pi by lambda as common. So we can write this displacement equation as y is equal to a sine 2 pi by lambda times vt minus x. This is taken to be equation number 6, and which is the required equation of progressive wave in another form. Here we have considered a wave that travels in the forward direction. Suppose if we consider a progressive wave that reverses its direction, that is from right to left it travels. In this case, we need to change the value for phi. So we can write the displacement of this wave as y equal to a sine omega t plus phi. The only change is going to be the sign between omega t and phi, because the phase of the particle P is going to lead the phase that is present at the origin O. So these are the required equations of the progressive waves. So this is for the Next is the derivation of differential equation of wave motion. In this portion, we are going to derive the equation of the wave motion in differential form. The final form of the differential equation will be like this: d square y by dt square equal to v square into d square y by dx square. Now, let us start the derivation. First of all, consider a plane progressive wave traveling from left to right. The displacement y of the wave motion is usually written as y is equal to a sine omega t minus phi. Here lambda is taken to be the wavelength and x is the distance or the position of the particle present at P from the origin O. A is taken as the maximum amplitude, pi 2 pi are the phase angles. Now we are using all these factors. We are going to find out, or we are going to derive the differential equation of wave motion. The displacement of the wave motion is going to be the sixth equation we have derived already in the last video, and that sixth equation is taken as first equation, written as first equation here. Y is equal to a sine 2 pi over lambda into Vt minus x. This is taken as equation number 1. Now we are going to differentiate this equation with respect to t. That is, we are going to find out what is dy by dt. That is d by dt of a into sine of 2 pi by lambda times Vt minus x. So it is the differential for sine 2 pi by lambda into Vt minus x. It is cos, and also we have to write this factor as. So the final answer will be 2 pi v by lambda a into cos of 2 pi by lambda into Vt minus x. This is taken as equation number 2. Now again we need to differentiate this second equation. So what you will get, d square y by dt square we are going to get. So when we again differentiate the second equation, the differential for cos wave is minus sine. So we are going to get it here. So d by dt of this one, the second equation. So the final answer will be 2 pi va by lambda into minus sine of 2 pi by lambda times Vt minus x into 2 pi v over lambda. On rewriting this, we will have minus 4 pi square, then v square a by lambda square sine 2 pi by lambda times Vt minus x. This is going to be our third equation. Mark this as third equation. Now I am going to differentiate this first equation with respect to x in the same way. That is, we are going to find out dy by dx for the first equation. That is d by dx of a sine 2 pi over lambda into Vt minus x. That is, we will get a into cos of 2 pi, this one, into minus 2 pi by lambda. Since we are going to differentiate with respect to x. So the total value will be minus 2 pi a by lambda into cos of 2 pi over lambda into Vt minus x. This is taken as fourth equation. Again, we need to differentiate this equation with respect to x. So we will get d square y by dx square equal to d by dx of minus 2 pi a by lambda into cos of 2 pi by lambda Vt minus x. So the final answer will be minus 4 pi square a by lambda square. So we are going to get, this is taken out, cos value will be written as minus sine value into, since we are differentiating with respect to x, we are having minus 2 pi by lambda. So altogether, what is the final step? Minus 4 pi square minus 4 pi square a by lambda square sine of 2 pi by lambda vt minus x. Now we need to compare this third equation with this fifth equation with the third equation. So when we compare the third equation and fifth equation, we will arrive at the form of d square y by dt square. That is, we will get the expression that relates this d square y by dt square and d square y by dx square. So d square y by dt square is this value, d square y by dx square is this value. So there is one difference, v square is present in the case of d square y by dt square. So we can write this d square y by dt square equal to v square into this value. So this will, the final step will be the differential equation of the plane progressive wave that is written here inside the box. D square y by dt square equal to v square into d square y by dx square. So we have derived the equation for plane progressive wave, as well as we have derived the differential equation for the plane progressive wave. Yes. I thank everyone for listening this online class.